So, good morning everyone. Now I'd like to talk about our company whose name is Fire Kicks, and we are a shoes company, shoes manufacturing company. See this slide. So I would like to talk about the overview of our company. So our company's motive is that in order to make an innovative style of shoes which could be affordable in market by any backgrounds, whether it's low, high, or middle class. And the main aim of our company is that to provide stylish and comfortable footwear at unique price points for all people from all backgrounds. So to be leaders, we are thinking of innovating our shoes day by day. As you know, while you sell one shoes, you know that we could have a feedback of a lot of things, the errors, what's wrong in our current products and all. So we take our feedbacks and we look after that and we find the solutions. Next please. Okay, now I'd like to talk about our managing team. So in our company, we have 4 people directly involved in our company's operations. So everyone is liable for each individual responsibilities. And so what we have found out is that in the current state, there are some sectors that we have been lacking to improve, like such as we're having queries with our internal operations in the company. So we have managed and we have thought of hiring further to manager to handle certain internal operations. Next slide please. So now I'd like to introduce you my management team. So first we have Anistullah. So his position in our company is Director of Strategic Initiatives, and I'm sure he's qualified for this, otherwise he wouldn't be in that stage. And then we have Vishwa Basant, who is the Director of Finance. He has a diploma in finance and he has completed his bachelor's with the Great March. And we have Ruiz Saha, Director of Marketing. And as she's good in marketing, as she has a way to converse with new people. And lastly, Sandeep Kodi, Director of Human Resource Management. Next slide. So now I'd like to talk about business operations. Now, how our company has been operating their business in the current market. So our company Fire Kicks is based in the United States, but the products we are manufacturing is in China. As we all know that China has been manufacturing not only for US but several countries. So our operations in pricing quality markets initiative. What we have done in current stage is that we have only focused on the market price and quality. But what we found out is that that is not enough to make our company succeed in the future operations. So we have decided to create a core focus for our company, and what we have decided to do is now operation to shift only to market, only to price markets only. We are focused only to the price market only. So now, what notable investments in research and development and warehouse. We used to not really focus on the research and development and warehouse. So as research and development key focus in the initial and upcoming years, we have appointed a logistical managers because all our products hasn't been coming to the business at time. We couldn't deliver the products to the people who are in need. As the price, still the price is affordable, but still we couldn't get the products that has been manufactured in China in proper time, which has been delaying our way of. And we have worked with LTC, environmental friendly supplier, for a while, and we've really come up with a good results on that. And there's something we are lacking. Lack of proper focus had led to pricing problems. So all our team members have been working hard day by day, but still we have been lacking on focusing, which has been leading to pricing problems. So these problems turned into advantage with the core focus as problems lead to solutions. Next. So now I'll let you call Ruby. Thank you.
Thank you and good morning everyone. I'm going to talk about market research and in that market analyzes competitors, SWOT and marketing. We all know sneaker plays an integral part in our daily lives, and it is a valuable industry in the market which has been growing significantly in the past few years. In US, footwear industry grew by 2% and had the average, while the price of the product was constant at $58.16. Where we can notice the women's segment has been grown by 5% and and kids segments were grown by 1% each. While talking in depth, running can also be the factor for shoe sales, which grew by 39%, and casual athletic wears by 24%. Health conscious people can be the key segment to the market. And talking about the competitors, the major players in the market are Adidas, Nike, Puma, and UA, where Nike is one of the highest seller in the market, but Adidas has turned double in the market in recent days. Now, talking about our competitors, Kickstar, Smart Step, and Juta Factory is also our competitors in the market. Now, the market valuation of Firekicks is $4.9 million, and in percentage, it's about approximately 34%, while the market valuation of Kickstar is about $2.9 million, and the market share is about 22.4% of market share. Now, I would like to talk about the strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats of the product. Like, we have a strong market share in the market, which is one of the strengths, and affordability, as we are providing shoes at extensively lower price, and which is extensively available in the market. And the weaknesses can be the decline in the sales due to the decline in the inventories, and low initiatives in research and developments. Threats are intense competition among the competitors like Kickstar, Smart Step, and the Juta Factory. Opportunities are the high demand of sneakers throughout the market segments, online marketing, and brand release. Now, talking about the marketing product, our product is is focusing on the pricing segments, as it provides the affordable, as it focuses on affordability and durability of the product, which is comfortable, and also provide at the extensively lower price. It also focuses on penetration pricing strategy. Now, our products are intensively distributed, which is available in multiple stores at multiple locations. Now, our company has invested in promotion through like online and offline. Our company has a dedicated websites through which they communicate to the customers, and search engine operations. We have also provided advertisement in Google and different social medias, and through games, and certain amount of monthly budget has been dedicated for online marketing platform. Offline, we have focused on newspaper, billboards, television, magazines, and so on. Now, talking about human resource, from the number of employees has been increased gradually from 8 to 38 full-time employees, and externally higher employees has been increased due to the increase in the sales of our product, and motivation has been increased, as we can look by the 7%, and the education level has been increased by at the peak by 35% respectively. Now, among the total profit of the company, 1.5% of the profit will be shared among the employees, and 3% to those employees who can exceed their targets, and 2% to those who can just reach to their target. Thank you. Now I would like to call Vishwa.
Thank you, Ruby. Now I'll be talking about the financial analysis of this company. From the initial years of operation to what we have been operating in the current times, we have been able to substantially improve our financial situations. In the initial years, we had suffered losses which amounted to about $1.8 million. But then in the past years of operation, in the past couple of years, we have been able to amass profits of over $1.4 million for consecutive years. The profits have peaked out around $1.8 million in the year 2022. And while it has decreased a bit in the year 2023, the general aim was to be more competitive, and the declining profits do not have a direct relationship with the company feeling or anything like that. All of these has been a result of the operational excellence, where our general aim has been to maximize sales, and we have also followed cost leadership strategies where we have looked to reduce cost within the internal structure of the company wherever possible. If you look at the revenue and profit growth over the years, we have demonstrated a bar graph here. What you can see is that we have losses in the first 2 years, but then even with the revenues declining in the second year, the losses have decreased as well, which is kind of a contrasting pattern. So what in the third and fourth years of operations, what our general aim was, how could we increase profits from constant level of revenues. The revenues are constant, but then we have been able to increase our profits by a small amount, which is significant for us. And then the following years followed a different strategy, which obviously resulted in highly increased revenues, highly increased profits, and highly increased cash balance for the company. All of this has resulted in a cash and reserve balance of over 1.5 million, of over 4.5 million and 1.5 million respectively. And this has been this is represented a growth of over 197.4 million, 197.4% of profit on an average throughout the years, and a growth of about 122.8% of profits in 2022.
Can you please speak a little slow?
I was getting. So this is a glimpse of one of our income statement of one of our recent years. So what this shows, it might not exactly be clear, but then what it shows is that the gross profits we have amassed is about more than 40% of the revenues. But then where we will be looking to be more efficient is in the sales and marketing department and the general administration costs. These costs are about 4.2 million, which is generally high, and this was a result of external staff being hired due to unpredictably high operations. The net profit results at about $1.8 million, which is significantly high compared to the initial years where we had faced losses. Then if we analyze the company finances and the debt we have, the company started with long-term loans of over $900,000. It is showed by the dark purple bars in this graph. But then we have been able to significantly reduce the debt value to about $300,000 in the past financial year. This has been a result of efficient financial planning and a path for us to create financial resilience for the company in the future. On the other parts, the solvency ratio of the company has improved to about 1.22 compared to 1.79 in the past years compared to the initial years. The gearing ratio has also improved to 0.12:1 compared to 0.22:1 in 2018. And this has resulted about 1.5 million reserves in 2023, which gives us a stable financial platform to venture out further. This has been one of our recent balance sheets. So what you can see here is, if you focus on the creditor side of the balance sheet, we still have a lot of money to collect, and we still have a lot of money to pay out, and we still have a lot of money to collect from the debtors. And this will be focused on the next part, that is financial resilience. So I just want to draw your attention to that right now. So our financial strengths have been the way we have been able to increase operations to create a surge in revenues and profits. We have started with negative cash reserves and negative losses, and we have been able to create a situation where we have positive and much more values than the initial years in the current times. And what this has resulted in is a condition where not only the operations show future potential, but then they also dictate the sense of business operations, that the strategies that we have been able to bring into the business and the way they have resulted in positive outcome for the company. However, there are also weaknesses. The weaknesses are eminent, and what we have been able to consistently have a shortage in our operations is we have not been able to cut out unnecessary expenses that have negatively impacted our profit figures. And we also have logistical expenses that are comparatively high, which the weaknesses are not something that cannot be avoided, but then we are looking to avoid them, and this should be avoided in simple way like efficient logistical management and better strategies formulation. But then obviously what does matter, one of the key matters is how would we actually define the financial resilience of the company for potential investors in the future terms. One of the key things will be how we will be looking to save costs rather than cut costs. They seem like two similar words, but then the philosophy that we will try to apply is completely different. Rather than cutting costs in terms of workers and their education and motivational stuff, we will be looking to save costs wherever possible by possibly hiring suppliers who are much more reliable and who can work with us collectively to reduce costs for both the parties involved. We'll be also looking into cash flows and cash collection. As pointed out in the earlier balance sheet, we have a lot of cash to be paid out and a lot of cash to be brought in. And improved cash flows is obviously a good sign for the company. We'll be looking to improve cash collection by simple business strategies as getting the retailers to pay a certain percentage of the money upfront and a certain percentage of discounts if possible. But then one of the key things we'll be looking to do is reduce our debts. We have been highly successful in doing this, but then we'll be looking to further decrease this in the coming years and even look at the possibility of not having any debt at all in the future years. But then, from less of a financial perspective and from more of a business administration perspective, we'll also be looking to adapt cognitive diversity within the company, which means that we'll be looking to hire people that come from different economic backgrounds, from different social backgrounds, and see what they can contribute to the company. Because a person who has lived and grown in South Asia, let's say, he or she is likely to be well accustomed to cheaper practices in South Asia, and we'll be looking at how can we bring her or his thoughts into the Western market, and we do believe that will really help us in attaining financial resilience. And certain things that we'll be continuously doing is we'll be reviewing our financial business goals, setting targets, and analyzing how much targets we have attained or how far behind we are or how on level we are with the targets. That will be a constant thing for us. And one of the key things will be that we'll be looking to diversify our product range, which means that even if one of our products has a declining sales, we will likely cover that up with sales from other products, things like not only shoes but also maybe football shoes or maybe getting into sports markets, running markets, etc. So this should provide a stable platform for the company in the current and future years. And to talk about how do we actually plan to go on in the future, I would like to call Anis Dural.
Hi, I am Anis Dural and I am here to talk about the future strategies of our company. For our business operations for future, we have decided to we have got valuable experience from our past operations. The operations we did from 6 years, we got valuable experience. We have set a specific focus and we have thought of getting a specific focus and planning so that we could strategize it and translate it into operations. Manage sales and HR functions to reduce external hiring of workers so that the turnover of worker leaving and coming to the company would be stabilized. Manage purchasing and logistics to reduce decline in sales and improve profitability. We have thought of strategizing the purchasing and logistics operations so that we could increase our sales as well as increase our profits. Attract potential customers from untapped local markets. So the markets which are not been able to grab, which we have not been able to grab, we are thinking of grabbing it too. For market and product development, we have some strategies to create new type of marketing processes and getting new designs of products using R&D. We are creating new shoes to enter the athletic and health conscious market. We are making some plannings and strategies so that we could get into athletics. marketing and consumer interaction campaign encourage running and physical training activities, expanding the market overseas in countries like UK and China, utilizing the franchising options to tap into other markets. For corporate social responsibility, for our social responsibilities, we have thought of providing shoes, implements and education to the people who need it. Improvements on certain business areas across the certain times of the year. We have thought of giving temporary employment as well as permanent employment for those who need it. Moving towards the utilizing clean energy and acquiring suppliers that are environmentally sustainable. We have thought of, that's it.